This is my Anglo Arms Trekker, a big, handsome knife. Bought for that reason, really. It was in a sale and I liked it, and I thought, I'm one of them. It was about 20 quid, I think. You do get what you pay for, though. We'll come to that in a minute. But, I mean, look at it. I think it looks great. Big, handsome, Bowie style coffin handle. Yeah, big. I mean, everything about it is chunky. Look at the size of that scab, the guard. That's quite big. Yeah. Despite the slightly sweaty fingerprints, it's quite nice. Satinish finish. And weighs just under £1, which is, what, about 500 grams or so. And blade is 9.5 inches. Handles 5 inches. So obviously that's how long it is. It feels nice. I mean, it looks nice. I do like this Anglo Arms branding. I like this kind of red and black effect on the handle. I like the finish. These sweaty handprints do come off after a while. It's just a nice, handsome knife. And out the box, well, yeah, okay, average. But as I said, it didn't cost very much, this knife. It didn't cost very much. Two reasons. Well, it's Anglo Arms, and nothing Anglo Arms makes cost very much. And the reason why is, well, Anglo Arms are cheaper knives. Can't remember what the steel is. When I saw it, I think it's like 420, 440. So it's, you know, it's not bad. It would do far better with a sharpen, and to keep it sharp. The sheath, yeah, that'll do. I mean, that's quite small, which is a bit disappointing. That's a sort of ordinary leather belt style thing. I'd have rather had a longer opening for a belt, but well, what are you really going to use this for? You know, I don't live in a jungle. Let's put it like that. Seriously, just bought this because I think it looks good. Right, we'll come on to the slightly cheaper bit in a moment. Let's take the scale off. And one of the nice things about these is they're not badly made. They're just not particularly well made. This is cheaply made. Reasonable fastenings. Get this one done as well. They were a bit tighter than this. I've just, for the purposes of this, I've just undone them a bit. And these have been off a few times, and as we can see, fastenings are still reasonably good nick. Right, so we prise this scale off, and we can see one of the reasons it's cheap. The crossguard. That's glued into place. I don't really think that's in the How to Make a Brilliant Knife guide, is it? I think it's in the How to Make a Really, Really Cheap Knife. Which is a bit of a shame. But, like I said, it's 20 quid. What do we really expect for that amount of money? And it's Anglo Arms, so you know you're getting something that's it'll do the job. They're good enough. It's not a very good marketing slogan, is it? Anglo Arms. It's good enough. Oops. Trying to drop that on the floor again. Trying to do this while wearing new glasses and through a camera screen is still not quite mastered that art. Right, the good thing about Anglo Arms knives, because they are cheap, is you can do things like this. This file work is my first attempt. As you can possibly see, it could have been done better. Also, it could be cleaned up a bit. But this is the whole point of buying, I think, a knife like this. I mean, yeah, it looks good. What are you really going to use it for? Certainly in the UK, not a great deal. You might take it out in the garden and chop up some weeds or something. But I had a go at file work. I mean, it's not great. It was a first attempt and done with my customary blend of more enthusiasm than skill. And it could be better. It could, to be honest, it could be tidied up. I'm reasonably proud of it. It was the first go at it, doing it. What I do think with this knife, though, with a knife like this, is it would look much better with perhaps a guard made of a nice piece of brass, like that. And wouldn't those scales look nicer if they were made of a nice tasty bit of wood? I think then, polished up, and with this crossguard soldered into place, brazed like it bloody well should be, not glued in with a bit of cheap 2-pack resin, you'd actually have quite a handsome looking knife, and we could get rid of that by filling it with liquid metal, filing it down and starting again. Yeah. Should we call this Anglo Arms Checker Part 1? I don't know. I like the looks of this knife. I would think about getting another one, and I would think about changing the scale and the guard and polishing it all up, because it would look quite tasty. As it is, you know, it'll do. It's not exactly sharp, but it could be made better, and you can have a lot of fun doing it. And I think that's the advantage again of cheaper knives like this. Buy one, have a go, see what you can do with it. That's my advice.